Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Speakeasy, sophisticated sports chat with some of the best in the game. Starting off first, I have to introduce my boss, the man that employed me, the man that has me here. And yes, I'm saying this, so one day, maybe I get a raise. I'm talking about the man in the purple shirt, looking a little like Barney today, but way classier, way smarter, way wiser, way stronger. I'm talking about Big E, Emmanuel Acho.
My dog, his first couple introductions were shaky. He's gotten better. I salute you. Shout outs for y'all entering the Speakeasy.
We getting there. And on the other side of the Speakeasy chairs, we have the greatest hair to ever step
That is true.
foot on a football
This
field.
is true.
I'm being honest with you.
True.
Cincinnati Bengals legend. I'm talking about 7th round draft pick to a Pro Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Elite dog and ball knowledge to go along with it. I'm talking about Hoosh. TJ Hooshmanzada in the building, baby. How we doing?
Appreciate you, man. Good to be here, man.
Hey,
Appreciate you.
TJ, it's your first time in the Speakeasy. This is not a network set. This is a set owned and operated by and with yours truly. How you feel being in the Speakeasy, bruh?
Man, I feel good. Ready to just put on a great show for the people.
Let's
That's it.
go.
Have some fun.
Hey, LeSean Shady McCoy is not in the Speakeasy today. We got TJ in the building. We will still be talking to y'all on the YouTube chats. We will be going through all things Twitter. It's going to be a sports day, a little bit of pop culture, but making sure we tell y'all everything you may have missed. Care Bear, what's on the menu for today?
Well, we got memes galore. We got statistical breakdowns that I've never seen before and things that are absolutely going to shock you later on in this show. But we have to start off talking about what we saw last night. And Caleb Williams, is there an overreaction going on right now with Caleb Williams? Was it as bad as everyone thinks? Because, I mean, Twitter immediately on his head. I'm not and this guy, you know, he's standing up. He's saying, look, he's right there with me. I'm not quitting on Caleb Williams just yet. I still believe in him.
I am worried, even more so today, I think, than I was yesterday. After rewatching the game, so TJ, I woke up today, I rewatched the game, and I rewatched the All-22 version. I saw this. Caleb wasn't as bad as people made him out to be, but he was bad when it mattered most. What I mean by that, there was a pivotal 4th and 3 in the second quarter of the game. DJ Moore, he runs in between the linebacker and the safety. Throw it low so he doesn't get hit. Throw it low, TJ will tell you better than I. Throw it low, you pick up the first down, DJ Moore is wide open. Instead, he throws it high, he airmails it. Not only does DJ Moore get hit, it's an incomplete pass. Later on, 4th quarter, now the Bears are trailing. It's 20-17, Vikings have just taken the lead. Caleb Williams, you take an atrocious sack, unnecessary. You miraculously get out the pocket. Next thing you know, you step out of bounds when you could have just thrown the ball away. A wise coach always told me, viewers at home, they said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. I said, what's that mean? He said, if you just keep checking the ball down the field, if you don't take the negative plays, if you just take a profit on every single play, you'll never go broke. And then obviously there was a overthrow later on in the game to DJ Moore again. He missed that about 2 minutes left. When I rewatched the game, it's not that Caleb Williams was all that bad the entirety of the game. He really wasn't all that bad at all. He was just bad when it mattered most. Meanwhile, J.J. McCarthy, 3 consecutive touchdown drives when his team needed it most in the 4th quarter.
Ah, man. Caleb Williams wasn't bad, in my opinion. He had batches of bad play.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams, to me, is a rookie. And I don't like doing this, but he didn't have the coaching that he has now last year.
Okay.
He didn't have that. Eberflus is a great defensive coach. He's not an offensive mind. Shane Waldron was like their last resort. And so to me, he's just learning how to play the quarterback position. When you watch him, very comfortable outside the pocket.
Yeah.
When he's in the pocket and he's forced to play on time, he starts to panic.
Yep.
His feet are moving so fast, like his eyes, and then he wants to hurry up and get out of the pocket.
Yeah.
Because the throw to DJ Moore that you just spoke of, he was in the pocket. And he panicked and he airmailed it. And so I just think it's going to take time. I don't... That throw to DJ Moore down the sideline in the 4th quarter, a couple minutes left, they score right there. They're really back in the game. So did he miss some throws? Yes. The bonehead play. When you get out the pocket, bro, if you're not running for yards, throw the ball away. Why are you stepping out of bounds, taking an unnecessary sack? But I still believe Caleb Williams can be a good quarterback. But this is going to happen. Caleb Williams is going to have to humble himself and really start working. He's going to have to really start working. And I say that because I know some of the things that he's done. He's going to really have to start working.
Can I say there are two situations that Caleb Williams is good right now. There are two. And to me, there are only two. Checkdowns and chaos. When I rewatch the tape, it's only two situations that Caleb Williams is good. Rewatch the opening drive touchdown yesterday's game. Caleb Williams and the Bears didn't have an opening drive touchdown all of last season. I said, yo, how did he cook them again? Rewatch it. Check down, quick out route. Check down, scramble. Check down, out route. Check down, scramble. Or rolling outside the pocket, chaos, zoom, toe tap, Adunze. Rolling outside the pocket, chaos, scramble, 14-yard pickup. When Caleb just has to play traditional on time, he's not really all that good. You could go as far as to say he's below average. 2 times I see Caleb Williams being an elite NFL quarterback. In checkdowns and in chaos. Don't take my word for it. Go rewatch it, man. I only saw 2, Care Bear. I only saw 2.
The chat is making some good points, though, here, too, as well. Mad Dog No Good said, Caleb is good. He's had 4 coordinators in 18 games. Microwave Society wants instant results.
No, I can't. Who said that?
That was a Mad Dog No Good.
Mad Dog No Good.
He talking about. He know what he talking about.
Here's why I disagree with Mad Dog, T. Jalen Hurts has had 10 different coordinators in 10 years. Going back to 2016 at Alabama, if I'm not mistaken.
But
10 different coordinators in 10 years. Now, has Jalen Hurts had super teams, especially in his latter half of his NFL career thus far? Absolutely. Absolutely. But this whole coordinator thing, there's a reason you have different coordinators, because you're not getting it done with the ones you're given. I don't love Matt Eberflus as a head coach. Love him as a defensive coordinator. He was recruiting me when I was coming out of Texas. He was a linebacker coach for the Dallas Cowboys. Love Matt Eberflus as a defensive mind. Don't love him as an offensive mind. But there's a reason you get more OCs. It's because you're not winning with the ones you got, T.
Me personally, just because this is his second year, and his coaches, like Jalen Hurts coaches, they're leaving and they're getting promotions.
Yeah.
So that means they're doing a great job of coordinating an offense. Caleb Williams' offensive coordinators, they're getting demoted. And so that's a huge, he's being coached by guys that are taking a back seat to the position that they had the year prior. Caleb Williams guys are advancing themselves in their career, and I think that's a huge difference. And so there's work that Caleb needs to do, and footwork is the most important thing. You got to play from the ground up. You got to trust what you see and don't be in a rush to get outside the pocket. But when J.J. McCarthy wasn't great, but his defense kept him in the game, and he was able to make plays when it mattered.
But this is the biggest thing for me, and I want y'all at home to even chime in, because when I think about J.J. McCarthy, he was great when it mattered most. J.J. threw a pick 6, but J.J. got that dog in him.
I ain't going to lie. When he threw that pick 6, I said, oh, game over.
Game over.
Yep.
Straight up.
I ain't going to lie.
Straight up.
I said, oh, the game's over.
Straight up.
I thought it was over.
But he got that dog in him, and J.J. came on. Aaron Jones came on this show right after the game, exclusively in the Speakeasy. Hello. Aaron Jones came on the show and said, J.J. walked into the huddle after that pick, and he said, is there anywhere else you'd rather be? And as soon as Justin Jefferson heard that, Aaron Jones heard that, they said, okay, we're ready to go. And that's when they marched down the field and went touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. I would have more patience for Caleb if his adversaries and contemporaries weren't doing better simultaneously. That's where I'm at.
It's a good point you speak on that, too, because we saw a tweet earlier today. Caleb Williams has now lost to the other top quarterbacks in that class, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, J.J. McCarthy. Now, obviously, it's a team sport. It's a team game, but it's not an encouraging sign whenever you have losses to these teams. Especially, I mean, last night, J.J. McCarthy's first start, you're there with a brand new coordinator with talent around you and whatnot. You're supposed to look a whole lot better than I think he did. Early on, he did look good. He just needs to follow it up. And also to your point earlier, Acho, Ben Johnson now being his play caller, no excuses.
No excuses.
We've seen what Ben Johnson can do as a play caller in the NFL. If it doesn't work out now, it's a Caleb Williams problem.
Correct.
And I think everyone can agree with that as well.
T, do this. Where does Caleb Williams rank amongst the quarterbacks in his draft class? Viewers at home, YouTube in the comments, tell us. Where does he rank amongst quarterbacks in the draft class? I'll remind y'all. You have Bo Nix, you have Michael Penix, you have Drake May, you have Jaden Daniels, you have J.J. McCarthy, and you have Caleb Williams. Where does he rank amongst those quarterbacks in the draft class? Again, you got Jaden Daniels, you got Bo Nix, you got Michael Penix, you got Drake May, you got J.J. McCarthy, you have Caleb Williams. Where's he ranked?
All right. I'm going to go from 1 all the way to...
Talk to me, T.
Obviously, Jaden Daniels is number 1.
Yep.
Number 2, I'm going Bo Nix.
Yep.
Number 3, I'm going Michael Penix.
Okay.
Number 4, I'm going Drake May. Number 5, I'd go Caleb Williams, then J.J. McCarthy.
Even after you saw what you saw last night.
Yeah, just because it's just one game.
Fair.
It's just one game. And if I could put them on the same category, I'd put them in the same category. But because of Caleb Williams has won more games. I got a buddy that's a huge Vikings fan. He texted me last night.
What'd he say?
God damn it, we should have kept Sam Darnold. That's what he said to me.
That was early, though.
It was in the fourth quarter, right? And so when they start coming back, I'm like, you still feel that way? He was like, nah, not really. And so it just shows you how fast things will change.
Yeah.
But what you just said, Ben Johnson is proven.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If this don't work, this on you, Caleb.
Yeah.
And so, man, it's just nowhere to go. You played a good game, but it's what check down, scramble.
That's it.
Yep.
And I think his stats, they show that. Like, when I look at Caleb Williams' statistics, I saw this one stat. He had 12 passing touchdowns and just 1 interception, but he's 1-11 over that same span. So you don't throw no picks, I get it, but you don't win no games either.
Acho, can I ask you this? I'm just sitting here thinking about this. When Caleb was at USC and even Oklahoma, his best work came outside the pocket.
Correct.
All his splash plays, all the plays, oh my God, he's the next Mahomes. They all came outside of the pocket.
Correct.
I can't even recall many highlights inside the pocket just throwing a dime.
Yeah.
Me and Acho were talking about this the other day. His first game, his first big college football moment was against Texas, where he drops the snap and throws 2 touchdown passes off of drop snaps where he has to roll out and launch the ball 50, 60 yards downfield. I mean, he is an off-schedule superstar. There's no doubt about that. I can agree with that. And I think the chat also realizes that he has a little bit of talent, but they are ranking him 5th. I see a lot of people ranking him 5th or 6th right there. They think he's even with Drake May and or maybe behind him in a couple of these situations as well. You also got a shout out though, TJ. Jay Clark said TJ's a huge fan of Penix, said he was going to be the truth during the combine.
I was telling coaches that we're calling because he trained with us. So we had Penix, Jaylen, and JJ McCarthy.
Yep.
Oh, they were all out there. And I'm a fan of JJ McCarthy because he worked, really good dude. But we also got to take into account Kevin O'Connell was the truth, man.
Yeah, and he beat
Kevin O'Connell winning with anybody.
Yep.
And so what Drake May had last year compared to what he has this year, what Caleb had last year compared to what he had, it's different. The coaches really matter.
Yeah, right before we go to the next topic, I do want to show you guys this stat as well, though. Caleb Williams in his last 12 games, 12 touchdowns, 1 interception. 1-11 was their team's record during that time. Maybe it's just a curse to be a Chicago Bears quarterback. I think that might be what it is. You know.
Hey, what's up? What else on the menu, bro? What else on the menu?
Hey, we talked about it being a curse to be a Chicago Bears quarterback. It's not a curse to be a Manning whatsoever. Even though he had a slow start, Arch Manning did seem to bounce back, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a huge Texas fan. In his second start against San Jose State, he had 30 attempts with a 63% completion percentage, 9.8 yards an attempt, 83% catchable, 72% on target. A much better performance than it was the week before against Ohio State. Is there any concern with Arch for you guys, or do you think he's going to end up, coming back?
I think everybody has been way too hyperbolic about Arch Manning, for better or for worse. Some people have called him generational. He hasn't done anything to earn the title of being generational yet. Others are saying he is a bust. He hasn't had a big enough sample size to be labeled a bust yet. I think he started 5 games in his 3 years at Texas. 5 games, 2 of which have come this year. Arch Manning has shown a lot of promise, especially with his feet. He's shown a lot of promise, but he's also shown he's still human. He gets nervous like everybody else. His footwork is not yet top flight. He gets unconventional like everybody else, and he's got a lot to improve upon. Is Arch Manning have above average running ability while simultaneously have above average passing ability? Beyond the shadow of a doubt. But I think everybody's just way too hyperbolic. His Ohio State game wasn't good. His San Jose State game wasn't all that good.
It wasn't all that good
like,
either,
statistically, it was great. But if you really watch that game, touchdown pass 83 yards to that freshman, safety slipped. Touchdown pass on a slant to Livingston, freshman again, it was behind him. Like, statistically speaking, even the San Jose State game wasn't that good. And who's speaking? I'm a former Texas Longhorn. Like, y'all know I love me Texas like I love my next breath. So Arch Manning has to be better, but I do think it's way too hyperbolic.
I 100% agree. And it's the thing, though. In essence, you starting the season off the number 1 ranked team, and you got to play Ohio State. Man, come on.
In the shoe.
At Ohio State, in Columbus, everybody going to be nervous.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I don't even put too much stock in that game because what quarterback would have performed to everybody's expectations?
Is it fair to say this? A generational one would have? And what I mean by that is this. Caleb Williams' very first game ever in college, very first game, he's a backup to Spencer Rattler. He comes in, and I would suggest a top 3 most tense environment in all of college football, probably a top 10 most tense environment in all of American sports, the Red River rivalry. It is a game that's not played in Austin, nor is it played in Norman, Oklahoma. It's played in Dallas at the State Fair. 90,000 people are there. You walk into the tunnel, half of it is that maroon or crimson red, the other half is burnt orange. Caleb Williams, he chilling. True freshman, not redshirt, true freshman. Spencer Rattler, he's supposed to be a number 1 overall pick. Rattler, it gets benched. I don't even think he gets hurt. He gets benched. They're getting blown out. Caleb goes in there. Fumble snap, like Kieran said. Touchdown. Next possession. Drop snap. Touchdown. Next possession. 70-yard scramble. Touchdown. Had Arch been generational? Let's assume he's generational. Would he not have played generationally from day one?
Because of the environment of Texas, Oklahoma, and what's on the line historically in that rivalry, there's more to that game than it is Ohio State-Texas game. But you're facing better players on Ohio State.
Yeah, that's true.
The Texas of 5 years ago is not the Texas of today.
Yep.
And so the talent that Caleb Williams performed generational things is not the talent that Arch Manning was going against.
Yeah.
And so Ohio State going to have 5, 6, 7 dudes off that. They got the best defensive player in college football.
Yeah,
Caleb Downs on that team. Josh Downs' older brother on that team. So it's a different type of competition that he was facing. He didn't play well against Ohio State. But what quarterbacks in first game of the season, all these expectations, number 1 team would?
I would suggest collegiately, just collegiately, hear me when I say this, don't think NFL. I would suggest Johnny Manziel would have. I would suggest Cam Newton would have. I would suggest Tim Tebow would have. Like generational college quarterbacks. Now, hindsight bias, obviously. I know all these guys went on to be generational. But remember, Cam Newton.
Johnny Manziel would have just been like, I love this environment. I'm about to go to his personality,
I'm going to work.
Makeup, yes.
So, now again, I'm not saying this is an indictment on Arch Care Bear, but what I am saying is savants are savants from birth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you think about the Justin Timberlakes, when you think about the Justin Biebers, when you think about the savants that were savants older, they were also Michael B. Jordans. They were acting when they were young. They were brilliant when they were kids. I say that to say, if you're a savant oftentimes on a football field, especially at quarterback, you were a savant out the womb. Like, we taught Trevor Lawrence, like, first game, like, oh, my God. That's the only thing I'm like, okay, Arch, not to say you won't end up being a savant, not to say you won't end up being a generational quarterback, but I just go,
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just as big of a Texas fan as anyone out there. You know, I think my takes are mostly realistic unless it's about Texas football. And I do think Arch is going to be, in my opinion, one of the greatest to ever step foot on that university and at the university and play quarterback. I think you got to give him some time. You mentioned Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel's first game of the season and their Heisman winning season, first game of the year, they played Florida. He looked awful. He looked terrible. They ended up losing that game. That was one of their 3 losses that year. That's really what kept them out of the SEC championship later on that year. I think looking at what Arch Manning has coming up ahead of him, he has all the time in the world to prove everyone wrong. And the discourse before this year was Arch is going to stay another year. There's no way he's going to stay another year. He might need that other year, and I guarantee you right now, he does get that other year. You're going to have a better Arch Manning. Also, there was some online discourse about a potential shoulder injury from Arch Manning, and Steve Sarkisian had to essentially just correct the reporter.
What head coach say?
He had to correct the reporter about it. I'll let you guys see the clip right here.
Arch Manning seemed to be having some throwing pains by the
According to
quarter.
who?
Arch?
Arch said that to you?
No.
Oh, according to who?
It just looked like he was.
He doesn't have any.
Is there an explanation to why it looked like that?
I don't know. I've never filmed any of you guys when you're using the bathroom, so I don't know what faces you make when you're doing that.
Can you guys make sense of this quote at all. Like, it might just be coach speak to me, but that's a hilarious way to say, no, my quarterback's not injured.
If Sark was in here, he'd have to pour one up for that comment, bro. If Sark was in here, he's pouring one up for that. That was the epitome of coach speak, T. You know, when somebody just trying to dodge a question, he chose the most unique way to dodge it. But, like, if he hurt, he hurt.
That analogy, it was like, where does that come from?
I don't.
And he something was wrong with Arch. It may not have been his shoulder, because he ain't making that face every throw he made.
Correct.
And so it may not have been his shoulder, but something bothered him on that throw. Whatever it was, it don't matter. They snapped him.
Yeah.
What else on the menu, G?
No. Also, we have to talk about Jared Goff. I saw probably the most interesting stat I have ever seen about a good starting quarterback that went to an NFC championship a couple of days before. Twitter has a narrative to push. Jared Goff has had 5 different play callers over his NFL career.
Okay.
And under the 3 not named Sean McVay and Ben Johnson, he is 0-19-1. He has not won a game under a play caller that is not named Sean McVay and Ben Johnson. I did some digging. I thought it wasn't true. I found out it actually was. Dan Campbell gave Ben Johnson the play calling duties after they started off 0-8 in 2001. Crazy. He's never won a game without Ben Johnson or Sean McVay.
He started off, I think, 0-8 under Jeff Fisher as a rookie year. I think it was 2016 before McVay gets there, I think in 17. I've never thought Jared Goff was as good as the world made him out to be. I never have. Now, players are a product of their coaching. Shout out to great coaches, Sean McVay. Shout out to Ben Johnson. I don't think Jared Goff is a transcendent talent. I think that Jared Goff is what people would call, a trailer, not a tractor. If you got a whole bunch of good talent behind him, Jared Goff he'll hitch on for the ride. But Jared Goff is not pulling a team forward. Jared Goff with a Penei Sewell, with a Jahmyr Gibbs, with a David Montgomery, with an Amon-Ra St. Brown, with a number 14, with Jamison Williams, he gonna take you places. He gonna take you places. But Jared Goff, without a boy genius in Sean McVay or a boy genius in Ben Johnson, and without crazy elite talent, I think you're going to get an average to below average record. It's not a slight. I just think Jared Goff he's a 7-10 quarterback with the regular team, and he's an 11-13 win quarterback with super teams. Wow. Because the gap between that Lions team and that Eagles team, don't get it twisted, it was not wide, roster-wise.
Yeah.
Like, that Lions team is super team as that Eagles team is outside of a man named Jeff Stoutland, which is the Eagles offensive line coach.
Acho.
What up? What up, T?
The Detroit Lions still have all that talent. Mm-hmm. They still have a super team. Mm-hmm. They still got dudes everywhere. Mm-hmm. Best offensive line in football. Mm-hmm. 2 of the best receivers in football. Mm-hmm. Probably the best running back in football, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Top five.
I don't understand if they don't make the playoffs, man, Ben Johnson is wonderful. He one of the best coaches in the league automatically just off of the failure that the Detroit Lions may have. There's no way you have that type of success, number one offense, and you leave and everybody else stays the same.
Yeah.
And y'all can't make the playoffs?
Yeesh. This is my biggest fear, y'all, with coaches that aren't offense or defensive coordinators, because then you're beholden to who you hire. I remember I was at the Super Bowl in 2016. Stephen A. Smith, he's at his peak. He's still there. He comes up to me. Kevin Frazier, I think he's hosting Access Hollywood or Extra at the time. He comes up to me. AJ Calloway, he's hosting one of those other shows. They come up to me. I'm a pup in the industry game. Pup. I'm a little baby in a TV game. I walk up to him. I said, "What's your greatest piece of advice?" They said, "Learn how to produce so you're not beholden to a producer." Why in the world am I saying that to y'all? Because if you don't know how to call plays, if you don't know how to design an offense, if you don't know how to design a defense, if you don't know how to call plays, then you're always beholden to having geniuses around you. What happens when you don't have those geniuses around you? Remember, Nick Sirianni went through the same issue after he lost his defensive coordinator to the Arizona Cardinals, who became the head coach. He was like, who do I hire? Who do I? Sean Desai, you don't work out. Matt Patricia, you don't work out. And the Eagles, they struggle. I think they end up winning 10, 11 games that year, bounced in the playoffs. Obviously, A.J. Brown gets hurt. Then, by the grace of God, shoots dice. It works out. The next year, Vic Fangio works out. The next year, your offensive coordinator works out. After you move on from Brian Johnson, you get Kellen Moore, and it works out. But if you don't call plays, You're beholden to your play callers. Because Dan Campbell does not call plays offensively nor defensively, he's beholden to making the right hires. Thank God Aaron Glenn was the right hire. Thank God Ben Johnson was the right hire. But what happens when you don't have the right hires? You don't have wins either.
He in trouble.
Already you're saying that.
He in trouble. They could do nothing against the Packers. And now, the Packers are good. The Packers probably got the number 1 defense in the league.
They might. Quay Walker.
If you got to hire great coordinators, but being a coach and a play caller is so much about timing.
Yeah.
I'm going to call this play at the
this
right
moment.
time.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson was great at that. This new OC, it's only one game. It ain't looking too good, buddy.
And to T's point, y'all, like, what's the right time for a play? What do you mean by that? There's no greater example in the last 2 years that you can easily find. Last night, Vikings-Bears, got to have it touchdown. J.J. McCarthy hasn't run a zone read the whole game.
Yep.
All game.
All game long, J.J. McCarthy hasn't run a zone read. What does Kevin O'Connell dial up when you got to have it most?
Chicago Bears forgot he was mobile.
Forgot he was
They
mobile.
forgot he was mobile.
Because Kevin O'Connell held that card in his pocket the whole game. So, like T's saying, having an offensive coordinator that knows how to call something when you call it, for the all that don't play football, just think about it like cards. You don't use that draw 4 immediately. If you got 3 draw 4s in your hand and you playing Uno, you don't come out the gate with it. If you got that green reverse and you know you got hella greens in your hand, you know what? I'm not going to come out the gate with it.
Yeah.
I'm going to let them think, Acho still got 4 cards in his hand. You don't realize I got wild, I got draw. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is play calling. It's no more than a game
What about the wheel route to Aaron Jones, too?
Bro.
Set that up as well. And Kevin O'Connell has great timing of when to call the play. And I'm not going to just throw the Lions away, but that first game, I was just like, I was shocked.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have forgotten more football than I know, but all I know is coaches love whenever they can catch other coaches off guard, and breaking tendency is the biggest thing for that. We also have our first super chat tonight, $10 super chat from Quentin.
Hold on.
Hey, this is an amazing super chat. I just have to say,
You got to let T know. When we get super chats, we get hype in the speakeasy.
We do get hyped in the speakeasy. We got
Fill
our
me
first
in on the
super
super
chat.
chat.
$10 super chat from Quentin.
All right.
He said, shout out Care Bear. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. He said, shout out Care Bear. That's it. I'm happy to be here, man. We're in the speakeasy.
Who said that, Quentin?
Quentin. Shout out Quentin,
How
baby.
come Care Bear getting super chat shout outs, but T, the guest with the best hair, ain't got a super chat shout out yet?
Come on now. We got to
What
get a
are
shout
we
out
doing?
to CJ, too.
What are we doing? Go ahead,
We
Care
got to
Bear.
get one out there as well. Well, we'll go ahead and move forward here. I'm sorry, the Dolphins fans, they are not pleased right now. They are not pleased whatsoever. So much so that Dolphins fans have created a GoFundMe called Fire Chris, Fire McDaniel to get their head coach and GM up out of there. How do you guys feel about this?
It's a cold game. Like, the fans care nothing.
Yeah.
Wins and losses. That's all they care about. And so when the Colts, Daniel Jones looking like an old school Peyton Manning out there, like up and down. Did y'all really just get blown out by the Colts? And so it's not looking good. They're getting rid of Jaylen Ramsey. They're getting rid of their best players. And then this is what you give us on game 1. And so fans, man, they're passionate.
Yeah.
I respect the fans for this, because fans are giving in their hard-earned working jobs. They working twice so they can bring their kids and their family and their wife and their husbands to the games. And the Dolphins put out that kind of effort week 1. Like, we wait 6 months to watch football. 6 long, arduous, tedious months. We finally get football, and y'all give us that performance. And furthermore, like,
You prepared for like this.
correct.
Your preparation, and this is what you give us?
That's what you give us. And remember, like, the Dolphins season ended on a low note. So I needed to begin high. We forgot that Tyreek Hill went into the locker room early, week 18, before the season ended, because he was disgruntled. So if the Dolphin season's going to end on a low note, we got 6 months to get excited. And it's going to start getting beat by Daniel Jones. Let's remember, the Colts are supposed to be, I don't know what will happen, they're supposed to be a bottom 5 team in football. Like, the Colts are supposed to be a bottom 5 team in football based on paper with Daniel Jones at the helm. And you just got beat down. So I get it. I saw this stat, Care Bear. I saw Chris Greer is the longest tenured general manager without a playoff win.
Wow.
8 or 9 years. longest tenured general manager in the NFL without a playoff
Time
ring.
to go.
But the
Time
hard
to go.
part is, if he goes, you got to blow the whole thing up.
Is that a bad thing at this point? Is that a bad thing at this point? You have a quarterback you're not certain of. You have a head coach you're not certain of. You have a superstar wide receiver who's on the tail end of his prime that you need to ship somewhere else. It's blow up time. As a matter of fact, I think Miami would be happier with the blow up in the offseason than they are right now.
T, I just thought of this. Let me know if this is unfair. Is it fair to draw a parallel between who and what the Dolphins have been the last 3 years and who and what the Bengals were in your time there during y'all's peak? Y'all were incredibly exciting. A phenomenal wide receiver duo in you and Chad Johnson. Chad Johnson and Tyreek Hill, I will draw a lot of parallels to just from their eccentric behavior, though Ocho Cinco, Chad Johnson, your boy, though he obviously was probably a lot more eccentric. Y'all were a flashy offense, a lot of big names, had a lot of game at times, ultimately didn't win anything. Had a couple 9, 10, 11 win seasons in there, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Had a quarterback that people believed in, people didn't believe in. He was a top 5 pick. I think Carson Palmer was the number one overall pick. Tua Tagovailoa would have been the number 1 overall pick if not for Joe Burrow and if not for the hip injury. Is it fair? I'm doing this off the top of my head, so please correct me in the Speakeasy if I'm wrong. You with the YouTube comments, y'all let me know too. Is it fair to draw a parallel? Because ultimately, y'all had to blow it up. Carson Palmer left, had a lot more success with the Arizona Cardinals. Tua will eventually probably even maybe go have more success elsewhere. Chad Johnson, one of the biggest names, but he never really won anything. Tyreek Hill hasn't won anything in Miami. Is it fair to draw that comparison?
Offensively, I see where you're going with it. We were really good on offense. And I can't recall games where offensively they just shut us down. Like I really couldn't. We didn't line up in tight splits. We didn't really go in motion. Line up and beat your guy. Like me and Chad had to win. But the parallels of this offense should be explosive. This offense should carry the team and keep us in games. They couldn't score. They couldn't score. I would be shocked if Tyreek is on the team by Thanksgiving. I'd be shocked if he's
Why?
He's the most valuable asset that you have that you can trade and start the rebuild, as you just said, and blow it up here. That you put Tyreek Hill back with Kansas City, they look like they rolling. You put Tyreek Hill with a team like the Chargers and that speed with the arm of Justin Herbert, they might win the Super Bowl. And so the parallel offensively, yes, I do get that part of it. But the Bengals have never really had a general manager. You know, the owner kind of runs the team. But, man, to lay an egg like that, week 1, Daniel Jones against the Colts, who you just said many thought would be a bottom team in the league, you can't do that when you have 6 months to prepare.
Yeah,
6 months to get ready for this opponent. Daniel Jones? He looked like he deserved a contract extension after that game.
Yeah. I mean, Giants fans were completely losing their mind after that performance as well, though, too. We also got our second super chat of the night.
Super chat!
Super chat, what do you got?
Abe, I'm not gonna lie, the disrespect is going crazy right now. Abe said, and the guy that Saban bench was Jaylen Hurts. Crazy work. We also had some people saying, Acho, you're way off. There's no parallel between an elite talent like Carson Palmer and Tua. I don't. The Tua hatred is a little crazy.
It's a little way crazy.
I'm sorry. Nick Saban made the right decision by benching Tua in college whenever he was playing against Jaylen. Whenever he was I'm sorry, benching Jaylen Hurts when Tua was sitting behind him.
Hold on now. Let's not be disrespectful. Carson didn't win nothing.
Yeah.
Let's not get it twisted.
No.
Carson didn't win nothing. Carson was nice. Played with my brother for 4 years in Arizona. Went to the NFC Championship game once, I believe. Lost to the Carolina Panthers. But Carson ain't win nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's.
Thrower of the football, Carson might be behind Aaron Rodgers as a second best thrower of the football ever.
That is your quarterback.
Just a pure thrower.
Yeah.
Just no.
He finna start crying next, like T.O. with the glasses. That's my quarterback, man.
All right, T.O.
Hey, just the way, like, Carson was a prototypical quarterback without all the training that these guys had. He didn't have that. And I actually, I was just on the field with Carson yesterday, and he was out there slinging that thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm with the Carson greater than Tua thing. Yeah.
Oh, wow,
all
as
day.
a prospect. Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
I can see it. I think pre-hip injury Tua did
great.
look incredible in
He
those
did.
college years. Last thing on this Dolphins topic, though, Rex Ryan went on television today and had the quote of all quotes. He said, McGenius guy, or whatever the hell he is, nerd boy, their team has no respect for their coach. They play like it. They're soft in every part of their football team. What do you guys make of that? Is he being a little too harsh? Is he taking it too
Here's
far?
my thing. Rex, don't call nobody out their name. That's where you're just going a little too far with it, Rex. McGenius, nerd boy. Do they play a soft brand of football? Yes, I said this. The tape says that. And Rex don't need to tell y'all that. Just turn on the film. They play a soft brand of football. Mike McDaniel always worried me for this reason. He's incredibly smart, but players are a reflection of their coach. And the Dolphins team looks, acts, and plays like Mike McDaniel. They play a smart brand of football. They play a flashy brand of football. They play an eccentric brand of football, but they don't play a tough brand of football. And the difference is McDaniel coming from Shanahan, he took the brilliance of Shanahan without the toughness of Shanahan. Because Shanahan will still punch you in the mouth. He don't look like it, but he'll punch you in the mouth. And if he won't, he'll hire coordinators, D'Amico Ryans, Robert Saleh, that'll punch you in the mouth. So I think the dilemma with Mike McDaniel, especially as a head coach, he brought the intelligence, he brought the intellect, but he didn't bring the toughness. I draw a lot of parallels between Mike McDaniel and Chip Kelly, who was my head coach with the Philadelphia Eagles. Chip was a savant as an offensive mastermind, but he wasn't tough, and his team didn't reflect toughness. So we were super intelligent, Shady, McCoy, Mike Vick, Deshaun Jackson, played a dope brand of football, but we didn't really play a tough brand of football. That's the Dolphins' issue.
If the head coach is going to be the nice guy, you got to have coordinators that's going to put their foot down.
Yep.
It's like both parents can't just be, doormats. Oh, okay, and they just run over you.
Yeah.
You got to either have coordinators that are going to lay the law down, or you got to have leaders on the team that's going to keep everybody in line. Because if your vets and the leaders of the team are the guys you got to keep in line, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. Because you know this. Cuss at one of your best players if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
If he don't want to be cursed at that day, it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because now he going right back at you, and what you going to do?
Yeah.
And he's going to embarrass you in front of the team. And so a lot of times they kind of let the best players get away with things because they don't want to get embarrassed in front of the team because they know McDaniel, it's too late now.
Yeah.
Because when you start letting your kid act a fool in public,
Uh-oh.
he going to do it all the time.
Hey, Care Bear, T seems like he talking from experience.
He is?
He said when you
He
talk
might
let
be.
your kid act
Hey,
full in
my
public.
kids know better.
TT in therapy right now.
Nah. Hey.
I can hear the correction. You know what I mean? I was two aisles over at Target, and I heard him. I heard, hey.
See, neither one of y'all got kids.
That's right.
Dude, like you go to a restaurant, and these parents be letting their kids just like move around in a restaurant. Man, my kids,
Not in the Hoosh household.
nah,
Yeah.
they get sit your ass down, flicking them. My wife gonna grab them right. We don't have that problem. Well,
Bruh.
we didn't have that problem.
The worst is in church. My mom, she'd have her hands crossed, right, like this. But this fan was finna pinch me. So, like, don't let me be falling asleep. Don't let me be playing with the communion cups. My mom gonna see there in the second row. And this finger right here is pinching me on my arm. And I'm like, don't let this sweet woman fool y'all. I'm crying underneath these glasses.
Yeah, exactly.
Bruh.
And you knew, like, okay, this my 7th, 8th time. Okay, I'm good. I ain't falling.
Correct.
You know.
Correct.
Yeah, mom hit me with that passenger seat hammer fist a couple of times when the mouth was a little smart. As soon as I was, big enough to sit in the front seat, she said, "You big enough to bah!" Right there. Right there, if you start acting up.
And Mike McDaniel ain't bowing nobody. He ain't pinching no.
Yeah.
He's not doing it.
And
that's the
also,
problem.
though, to this point is they've traded away too many dogs. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Ramsey, how did
You
that
see number
Jets,
5? You see number 5 out there?
How did that Jets Steelers game end? Jalen Ramsey,
How did the whole game go? He made plays all
whole
game.
game. But the point I'm really making, Care Bear, is end of the game. Jalen Ramsey, bomb, body slams a dude. He ended the game with physicality. Deshaun Elliott, one of the more physical players for the Pittsburgh Steelers, obviously he left that game with injury. He was with the Dolphins. Ramsey was with the Dolphins. You trade away your physical players for these finesse players. There's nothing wrong with a couple finesse guys, but you need some physical guys. Bruh, I remember at Texas, my brother, academic All-American, y'all know me, I'm a nerd, all the things. I remember my coach told me, Acho, I love you, bro, but I can only win with so many of you. I said, what that mean, coach? He said, I need a couple dudes that aren't smart also, that are some see ball, get ball, run through a guy type. I wasn't him. I'm not trying to get a concussion here, so I'm going to hit you with the shoulder. My coach is like, I need a couple dudes that's just going to see ball, get ball, run, hit, kill. After football, who knows what's going to happen to him? But on this football field, you need a couple killers.
Yep.
Dolphins ain't got no killers.
You're not even
Every
mentioning that Minka, Javon Holland, so many dogs in the defensive backfield, all gone now. So many dogs. I mean, even up front.
And Minka came back, but still.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Minka ended up getting traded, and then
Correct.
he came back. The standard for what they have there, it's not physical enough. And I think in the NFL level, you need to. Also, the chat making some good points. They're talking about, hey, I wonder how sick they are looking at Brian Flores' success right now in Minnesota. And as long as he's in the league, Negan says, as long as Brian Flores is in the league, the Fins are never going to be good.
Straight up.
That's some real hatred
Straight
right
up.
It wasn't Brian. Brian Flores didn't have a problem with defense in Miami.
No.
It was his relationship with Tua that they wanted him to foster that
Correct.
he wasn't doing. But I bet he learned from that.
Yeah, no.
What else on the menu,
Yeah, I
Care
was saying,
Bear?
speaking of guys that were physical, enforcers back there in the defensive backfield for the Dolphins, Mr. Deshaun Elliott unfortunately went down with injury week 1. Jabril Peppers has been brought in to replace him now. They just signed him. The Steelers did. So how do you guys feel about that move?
Jabril was one of the bigger names coming out of college, maybe the biggest name coming out of college, out of Michigan, punt returner, eccentric defensive back. Has been good in the league. I don't think it's going to change anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Steelers, I'm trying to figure out why their defense is so sorry. Shout out to the Jets and what the Jets did. The Jets shouldn't have put up 32 points in Justin Fields' first performance out there. So Jabril's a good player. I would say he's a good player. I don't think he's an elite player, for sure not a bad player. He's a good player. Excited to see what he can do, but it's going to take him a little while to get integrated in that team.
Man, it's like the Steelers are already good on defense, or so we thought.
Yeah.
They have the names on defense.
That's a really good point. Really good point.
And I'm wondering, was Sunday a mirage? Are they that bad? Or are the Jets and Justin Fields just a little better than we think they may be?
The most interesting game next weekend will be the game the Jets play to see what happens there. Because I think you're exactly right. Steelers' defense was really bad towards the end of the season, but were the Jets good or were the Steelers bad? But Justin Fields look good.
Justin Fields
look good.
really
Justin
good.
Fields look good.
And we as players, we know this. Man, when the way Aaron Glenn came out 10 toes down, that's my quarterback, I believe in him.
Yeah.
That gave Justin Fields so much confidence, so much self-belief, because playing sports is so much about your mental.
Facts.
We're all good. Everybody's good. It's up here that separates guys. And so I think it helps the Steelers. But does it really? The way they looked against the Jets, I'm just sitting here
There's
like.
one player that's not Troy Polamalu.
And so it's a small sample size, the one game, but I was not impressed with the Steelers' defense, but I was thoroughly impressed.
Yeah.
I mean, you make a 60-yard field goal to win the game. The Jets played as good as you can play.
Yeah.
The Steelers' defense, what is supposed to be their strength, let them down.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, who's supposed to be a weakness, carried them. This is why I love football, because it's another week you got to do it again.
Yes, sir.
No, I'd have to say, most impressive person in that game, rookie Armand Membu, looked incredible against
the tackle,
the right tackle now for the Jets looked absolutely incredible. Good draft picks for the Jets. We haven't seen it very much. You know what I mean? Good draft picks. Or we see it and they go elsewhere and play better, like Mekhi Becton. But I was also going to talk about a player that, played really, really well week 1. I am bringing this up solely because I'm a Cowboys fan and I do not like the Eagles. We got to have some Jalen Hurts conversations. There was an interesting stat I saw this week. Week 1, average time to throw plus average depth of target. As you can see at the very bottom right, that is Jalen Hurts. He has the most time to throw of any quarterback in the NFL and also had the least amount of yards as his depth of target in week 1. I think this is why, yes, he's going to win football games. He's probably going to win a Super Bowl again this year, if I'm being quite honest with you. But it's hard to rank him as a top 5 quarterback whenever you have the best situation. You can have the lowest A-dot and the most time in the pocket. How do we call him a top 5 quarterback when other guys are doing more with less?
You a receiver, played 12 years, if I'm not mistaken. Would you want Jalen Hurts to be your quarterback?
No.
Wow.
No. I tweeted during the game, just before halftime. I said, basically, it's criminal that A.J. Brown has 0 targets and it's almost halftime. That's criminal. I get it, you won the game. Why are you complaining when you win in the game? You want your best players engaged. You want them engaged. You want him to feel like he matters. It means something. And that's not happening when he's not getting the ball. You won. He got his first pass attempt, 1:51 left in the game. You can't do that.
How long will that relationship last? A.J. Brown with the Philadelphia Eagles, A.J. Brown with Jalen Hurts. You know tier 1 wide receiver play. You know tier 1 wide receiver egos. How much longer does it last?
This is the thing. A.J. Brown's a smart individual. Because of he knows there's cameras everywhere. I don't believe he's going to act out during a game. He's not going to show Jalen Hurts up. He's not going to show Nick Sirianni up publicly. But privately, they're going to have conversations. Because as soon as he says something publicly, here's it go again. Oh, these diva receivers. I don't believe he'll do that. He's smarter than that. But as a quarterback, as a play caller, as a head coach, you got to get him involved. Because there's going to come games when you need him.
Yeah.
And then he's not involved. And he's checked out mentally. Not just Devontae Smith need to get the ball. Like, I don't know you're going to need these guys. And Eagles going to the Super Bowl?
I think so.
Hell no,
I
they
think
not.
so.
The way they looked that game, no.
I think
They not beating the Rams and they not beating the Packers. The way, unless, again, we can go back to the Jets and the Steeler game. Unless the Cowboys are just a lot better than I thought they were going to be.
Hello. Hello.
The Eagles were having a hard time because I wasn't high on the Cowboys, and I'm like, are the Cowboys really this good?
You know what's hard for me is, like, as a competitor, I agree with everything T's saying. If you A.J. Brown and you go into an offensive meeting room and your offensive coordinator starts drawing up plays, hey, A.J., we're going to get you on this scissor route. A.J. looking like, Coach, he ain't throwing it. Draw it up all you want. Hey, A.J., we're gonna get you in motion. Hey, this play's designed for you. A.J., this is a touchdown type play.
And
like, how can you even believe what your coach is selling?
He's going to say that in the meeting. Oh, y'all putting these plays in, I ain't going to get it.
Yeah.
He's going to say that in the meeting. At least the meetings I've been a part of. And
the wide receiver meeting, the ones that the quarterback's not in, the ones that Sirianni not in, and those. Are you looking at me like that?
Everybody in the meeting.
Oh, he calling everybody out?
Everybody in the meeting.
He calling them out in front of everybody.
So when you do install, you do install with the entire offensive line leaves. Offensive line leaves, so it's the quarterbacks, running backs, tight ends, receivers. We all in there minus the bigs. And that's when you're going over the pass game. And then O-line will come back when you're going over the run game.
Got you.
He might say that in the meeting. If it's week 5, week 6, and it stays like this, you don't pay him this amount of money. If you're going to treat him like, just trade him.
Let me ask you this. This is a hard-hitting one. If you're A.J. Brown, is the Super Bowl worth it? What I mean by that is the Super Bowl worth your All-Pros? Is a Super Bowl worth a Hall of Fame resume? Is the Super Bowl worth you being, you know what I mean? Like, if A.J. were to go somewhere and have all these gaudy statistics but win nothing.
He's already won a Super Bowl. So that right there, he's won a Super Bowl. We want to have our cake and eat it also. We want to have our cake and eat it too.
Yep.
I want to win, but I want to be a part of us winning.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the trailer. I don't always have to be the tractor, but damn, let me pull something. Let me be the backpack boy.
Let me get back and push a little bit.
Hop in my backpack sometimes. I don't want to hop in your backpack every game.
Yeah.
Like, get in mine sometimes.
Yeah.
And because your pay is based on your play. If he keep playing like this, he's lost a step.
Yeah.
He can't play anymore. Y'all just not giving him the opportunity.
Yeah, that's fair.
Acho,
What are y'all?
we got to pour something up.
What
We got to
happened?
pour something up because we just got the biggest super chat in Speakeasy history. $20 super chat from Best Guard 24.
A $20 super chat?
$20 super chat. Thank you guys for supporting. He said, as an Eagle fan, it's painful watching Hurts throw the ball. He has no timing and chemistry with his receivers. I have never seen A.J. Brown and Devontae break on a route and that ball is in the air already. It's always when they're already open.
Hey, y'all, I don't even drink.
Get a little something, just a little something.
I'm going to go ahead and drink this thing.
Come on
I
now.
don't even drink, and y'all know this.
Come on now.
Cheers.
Welcome
Cheers,
to
my
Speakeasy,
boy.
baby.
$20 super chat?
Here we
$20
go.
super
There
chat,
we go.
baby.
$20 super chat.
Nah, but what do you guys think about that though? It does seem like you have two. Yeah, I'm sure y'all have seen that photo of a Bugatti right next to just a trailer park home. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like having Devontae Smith and AJ Brown in an offense that doesn't really feature them as much. And no, it does not need to.
Yep.
But also, like you said, why have them? If you have a great offensive line and the best running back in football, and you can run for 2,000 yards, and you have these, you greedy Eagles fans have these great wide receivers, why not just give us some? Trade them.
Care Bear. But what happens when you go against the Rams that can stop that run and can match your offensive line? You go against the Packers
But
that
hold
can
on.
stop that run and match
You
your
you saying that like the Rams can. Last year, Saquon Barkley had 2 150-yard games against the Rams.
The Rams
got to show me some more.
Those young players
They getting
have
older.
matured and gotten better. Like, that Rams defense is for real.
That's fair. Care Bear, what else on the menu, babe?
Yeah, no, we were going to talk about, that first game with the Eagles, though, as well. They did look a little shaky without the Cowboys, but that probably had a lot to do with the absence of one Jaylen Carter, who was announced today he is going to be facing a $57,222 fine for spitting on Dak Prescott. And the league said that he has a 1-game suspension, but it'll be served retroactively because he did it before the very first snap of the game. Do you guys think that this punishment was fair, harsh, not enough? I don't think it was enough. I think he should be gone the whole season. But what do you guys think?
That's a Cowboys fan.
They don't want him as a
That's a
commissioner.
Cowboys fan speaking. I think it was fine. Here's the hard part. I hope y'all know Jaylen Carter played in the game. No, excuse me. He didn't play in the game for free. He's a rookie, so he's on a rookie deal. First round pick or not, he's on a rookie deal. $57,000 is probably his whole game check. If not, it's probably like 60-70% of his game check. So he just played or didn't play in that game for free. Not only do you have to deal with missing the game, you got to deal with the fine. I think that's an adequate suspension. But more than anything, if you Jaylen Carter, get your mind right. Get your life right. Get your mentals right. He's been through a lot. Go back to Georgia. I'm not going to bring it up. Y'all can look it up. He's been through a lot as a young adult and as a young man. Just make sure you have your temperament in order because Jaylen Carter, you have Hall of Fame talent, but you got to make sure you got a Hall of Fame mind to match your Hall of Fame talent. Otherwise, your career will never reach the pinnacle and the heights it's supposed to reach, bro.
We should see a different Jaylen Carter moving forward from a mental perspective. We should not see any of these boneheaded decisions anymore because that's the most disrespectful thing you can do.
Spit on a man?
Spit on another man. I had that happen to me in a game.
How it end?
Wow.
You want me to tell you?
Of course, tell the people.
So who spit on me? He's no longer on. He passed. So Sean Taylor spit on me, and we're playing. They're the Washington Redskins at the time. Onside kick. I recovered an onside kick. He hits me. Me being me, I get up. I hit his ass back because it was a late hit. So I hit him back, and he spit on me. But I didn't know he spit on me. So I go back to the huddle. We in victory formation, and I'm in a huddle. And Willie Anderson is like, "What's on your face?" And I was like, "Oh, yes, exactly, exactly." So I said no, and I thought he did, but I wasn't sure.
Of course.
So I'm the receiver, victory formation. Receiver get behind the quarterback. That's me. So as soon as we take Carson take a knee, I run from and I go hit him. They give me a penalty. Marvin takes me out the game. So the game ends. I snap my helmet up, snap everything.
Time to go to work.
Yep. I sprint across the field, and he's running into the tunnel. We go opposite tunnels. So then I sat outside their locker room for like 15, 20 minutes. Just sat there, helmet on, everything. He wasn't coming out. I went back to my locker, took my cleats off, took my shoulder pads off, had my pants on, had my tennis shoes on, sat outside their locker room. He never came out. And so then our team security came and got me and was like, I go back in and take a shower. The whole team on the bus.
Where you go?
I don't know.
Dang.
I was so angry, and I was like, "Ooh, I can't wait to see him in off season."
Do you ever
And
get
then-
your lick back?
No, that was that
passed
off
that
season.
offseason.
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah.
Dang.
But I just felt like you can't do that to another player. You can't. Jaylen Carter, and I'm really believing Jaylen Carter not being on that D line was huge because I don't think the Cowboys' run game is that good. But if it is, but the fine, more than fair.
Yeah.
I do not believe he should have been suspended because I got spat on. He didn't get suspended. He did it to Pittman.
Michael Pittman? Yeah.
He didn't get suspended. And there's been cases where guys have spit on other guys. Nobody has been suspended. So why would he be the first?
That's fair.
I think we did see some super chats. I'm sorry, we have another super chat. Oh my goodness, another $20 super chat for Quentin. Say, heard y'all were thirsty. Drink up. Say less right here, brother.
Hey, Quentin,
Hashtag Team
you gonna have to come drive me home, Quentin. Come drive me home.
Shout out to the $20 super chat.
Oh my goodness.
Come drive me home.
No, but yeah, I think that was another thing we saw in the chat the night of, though, as well. You know, the NFL is cracking down a lot on disrespect of other players and whatnot. Yeah. So they really want to crack down on that. I thought a suspension might have been coming. The fact that he didn't play in the game, I think, is the reason why he is going to be able to play against the Chiefs this next week. If that would have happened at halftime, I think he's gone the next game. Just because that's what the NFL is trying to crack down on. And I think they should. I think it's a good initiative.
Care Bear is almost closing time, bro. We got about 5-6 minutes left. What's left is on the menu, bro. It's about to get good.
All right, it's about to get good. Recently, Derrick Henry's high school stats have been going viral, and we got to talk about this. Let's pull them up right here. 300 carries every year of his high school career. Started off with 2,426 touchdowns, 2,738, 2,634, and his senior year, TJ&E, 462 carries, 4,261 yards, 9.2 yards a carry, 327.8 a game, and 55 touchdowns in a single season. Is Derrick Henry the biggest genetic freak we have ever seen in NFL football? Because he still seems to be built the same, and he can take these amount of carries all the way back into high school.
That's a tough question. Derrick Henry is on my top 10 NFL freak list. I'm going to put Deion Sanders on there.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Bo Jackson on there. I'm going to put Julius Peppers on there. I'm going to put Javon Curse on there. I'm going to put Derrick Henry on there. Let me put Julio Jones on there. Let me put
Aaron Donald?
Let me put Larry Allen on there.
Yeah.
Let me put Aaron Donald on there. Let me round out my list for real. Let me put Tyreek Hill on there differently. And my 10th spot, let me put Lawrence Taylor on there. That's going to be my 10. That's going to be that. Off top of the dome, that's just my 10.
That's crazy. Chad is saying we're surprised you didn't put Megatron or Myles Garrett in there right there.
You could put Myles Garrett for sure on there.
And put Calvin instead of Julio.
Yeah.
Just do that.
There's so many guys in the NFL that freak of nature type. It's guys that you say a name, they be like, who is that?
Yeah.
Man, I played with dudes that would look down at the rim, but were average in football.
Yeah.
Like they were in the NFL though. And so to have 4,000 yards.
That's crazy.
In 13 games in high school? I don't care what level you playing at.
That's crazy.
That he had a career worth of yards in one season.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry looked like he was that big in high school. Them boys, they were like, I ain't trying to, this dude a grown man in high school. They wasn't trying to tackle him. But what I love about it, he was great in high school. He was great in college.
Yeah.
And he's great in the league.
Yeah.
That you don't see often.
That's very true.
Every level of football, Derrick Henry was great.
That's very true.
And so that rarely happens. And so he's 100% has to be on that list because he's maintained a level of play for such a long time. 4 years in high school, 3 years at Bama.
Yeah.
And now 10 years in the league. It's
crazy.
That's damn near 2 decades of being great at what you do. That's
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, his coaches definitely need to be put in jail. 100%. You gave a high school quarterback, high school running back 1,300 carries. Are you out of your mind?
They just want to win.
1,300 carries is absolutely ridiculous. No, I mean, but honestly, 4,000 yards. Crazy. I mean, I know you remember Jonathan Gray in the state of Texas. He had some crazy numbers. I think he had like 60 touchdowns or something like that. But 462 carries is crazy. I'm sorry. His coaches definitely need to be in jail, and they need to throw away
In
the key.
13 games.
In 13
games, bruh.
It's ridiculous. You want to hit happy hour?
It's time for happy hour.
All right, let's go ahead and hit happy hour. Ladies and gentlemen, we're introducing a new segment to Speakeasy. Happy hour. It's time to be happy, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to give a shout out to the things that we were most happy seeing this week. Acho, I'm going to let you go ahead and start off first.
Happy hour. How about we start with this one? Shout out to, was it Travion Henderson, running back for the Patriots. He was a running back at Ohio State last year, national champion. I saw he just got engaged, right?
Yep.
So got to give him a happy hour shout out to that one, Travion Henderson. He got engaged. I think he can only be 23, maybe 24. I don't know if that's a little young, a little
He
old.
may
But
be younger than that because he left a year early.
And you saying like, yo, shout out, salute to the young engagement.
Congratulations is when you can get married at this age. One, you know what you want. You got your priorities straight. You can really focus on your career. Because at this age,
Don't tell on yourself now,
they
T.
in the streets.
Okay, don't tell him.
I
Who's
mean,
that?
the players. I mean, I had 2 babies by the time he was getting married. I had 2 kids. But, like, the dude, I've never been a guy to get out and get in the streets. Like, but, you going out
Yeah.
all the time. And so he going to have a great career, barring injury, just because mentally he's locked in. He focused.
He locked in.
Yeah, no, most definitely. Shout out to him. Not me though. But congratulations. Congratulations on that one. I wanted to go ahead and take this time to give my happy hour shout out to the quarterback at Alabama, Keelan Russell. He was a quarterback in my high school back in Duncanville, Texas. He threw his first college touchdown pass, and this offseason was a very tough one for him. We ended up losing his twin sister, and I think everything that kid has overcome from being an unheralded, not really highly recruited high school quarterback to ended up being one of the top quarterbacks in the country, to go into Alabama, a flagship program, and throwing your first touchdown pass. Keelan, I am unbelievably proud of you, brother. I love you, dog, and I'm very happy to see you doing great things. You're going to continue to shine, and I know she's watching from up above, and she's super proud of you as well. So I wanted to give a shout out to Keelan Russell as well.
Y'all producing
Dope.
Yeah.
y'all producing talent in Duncanville.
Oh no, we do that. Yeah, we do. Not when I was there, but for sure now.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Caden Durham, Colin Simmons, Keelan Russell, all on the same team.
Yeah.
DeCorian Moore, freshman
Yeah.
at Oregon. Yeah, we're going crazy.
And the hoop team.
Yeah, and the hoop team's crazy too.
Yeah.
Anthony Black, Ron Holland. Shout out to Coach Peavy. Shout out to Coach Samples for doing their thing down there at Duncanville, Texas, baby. That's what we do.
Hey, another happy hour shout out though. Shout out to Justin Bieber for dropping that 44-track Swag 2 album. He has Swag 1 and then the Deluxe Swag 2. Now, 44 tracks is a lot of tracks, but when you dropping a lot of bangers, nobody's gonna be mad at the tracks.
Yeah.
So I had to give a shout out to that too. I saw that it's now the biggest deluxe debut on Spotify. I think I've seen that. So shout out to JB for that. Have you listened to the album, T?
Man, my kids play that so much, I have no choice. And I'm actually like, who is this? This is a banger. I like this. They've been playing it, and I like it.
That's really where it is. That's really where it is. We also got another super chat. Third one of the night from Quentin, baby. Shout out Quentin. He's Speakeasy royalty
Quentin,
right now.
Quentin, we gonna save you a seat in the Speakeasy, bro. We gonna save you a seat.
We
might not want to after that.
We drinking again? Hey, Quentin, I need an Uber, bro.
I'm saying we might have to.
What'd he say?
He said, bad relationship advice, stick to football, y'all. Talking to the young players out there.
Hey, Quentin, I know where you're going with this. I feel you. I feel you.
Crazy.
Oh,
My goodness.
Last call?
Yep. Time to get to last call. We got to close up the bar. So now we're going to leave y'all with our last thoughts here. A beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Ach, what you got for us, man?
Last call, my last thought of the day. Let's go with this. Caleb Williams, I'm going to give him another 2 games before I make any firm thoughts. Again, I'm going to go back and finish watching some Caleb Williams tape. People have been way too hyperbolic with their opinions. My last call, my last thought, Caleb Williams, don't cast any firm opinions on his sophomore season, at least until Game 3, Game 4, people. That is my plea to you. T, what's your last call, last thought of the day on anything?
Well, I'm going to follow that cab just a little. I'm going to go a little longer. Caleb Williams, J.J. McCarthy.
Yep.
Dallas Cowboys, New York Jets, Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm giving all these teams 8 weeks.
Okay.
I'm going to give them 8 weeks to see. 8 weeks for Caleb Williams. Can you get it done in Ben Johnson's system? Because he's proven. If not, you're going to be a bust.
Yeah.
J.J. McCarthy, I believe he will succeed under Kevin O'Connell. That defense in Pittsburgh, are y'all really that bad?
Yeah.
Conversely, the Jets, are y'all really going to be that good? in Dallas. Can you really run the
Yeah, 'cause
ball like that?
Starting last year, I would have sworn that the Saints were going to be all pro, full of all pros on offense. Exactly.
Hey, Rome, let's get our music, bro. We got to get out the Speakeasy, baby. We got to get out the Speakeasy. That's it for today. Hey, tomorrow, same time, live, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then obviously, y'all know what it is. Thursday, we're coming on immediately following that Packers-Commanders game. But for now, tomorrow, we're live, 8 p.m. Eastern, back in the Speakeasy. Doors open promptly at 8. That's it for the Speakeasy. Next time, get it? Get it?
Hey.
Get it?
Hey.
Get it?
Hey.